you earlier.
Yay! Okay, so the definitely sounds a little hyper in the mix, very exciting, you know.
It really sounds like Drake.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, boo, we're not doing comparison critiques here, are we?
Are we? No, we're just stating the facts.
Oh, please.
Drake.
So again, you know, just something, this is completely 110% your lyrical content, right?
Sí, claro, man.
Very nice. I guess he was speaking Spanish to me just now. Very good, Michael. Very, very good. Anybody want to acknowledge anything, say anything? So high. Okay, a different type of grammatical response, please. These are all very nice things. It's my day off, you know. Okay. Okay. So next up, I have John Ryan to talk about his band project that he did. Now, this is a very interesting project. It's definitely metal for no, you know.
That's what iTunes says.
That's what iTunes says it's metal. But the main thing about this piece is that, I mean, I guess Ryan Berg was a student here. Did he do it? Did he do it on 003? Or did he did it with an inbox?
Inbox.
Straight up inbox. Okay. So that's why I really like it, and it's one of these things where sometimes you think like I don't have enough equipment to do a lot of things, and it's a very serious thing that happens in our program. People think they'll look downstairs, see all the stuff that we have amassed over what 22 years, okay. And then, oh God, in order for myself to sound like that, you know, good, I have to have all that, and that's not the case, okay? So that's one of the reasons I asked him to show like the band production on this particular song. So you can talk about the rest there, okay?
Okay.
You do it.
I'll try. Good afternoon, everyone. This is a song off of our new album that was released this year. It's the first album we've ever done. It's pretty surreal, actually getting your name out there and, you know, having people take notice of it. Like Professor Jackson said, we use all our own gear. Never once set foot in the studio, paid anybody. We did it all ourselves, and it's kind of cool because something to take away from it is like the techniques and the skill sets you learn here don't have to stay here. They can apply to the real world. That's basically what we did. That's how we approached it. You know, you guys like it?
Be aware, it will get a little. definition of epic. Okay, so really, M-Box with the drums too?
Yep.
That's crazy. Even I gotta say that. It's like, that's crazy. But I mean, again, it's really about just having not so much the equipment, but the resources and just knowing what you want to get done. I'm sure there's a lot of planning, ridiculous planning going on there. I mean, well, I hear
Not at first.
Well, come on.
When we learned, we had a plan.
Oh, okay. As you were learning, it was getting better. But so, how many people in the band? 5 people? 4. 4 people. And who's doing all the singing?
Me.
That was you?
Yeah, I was one.
And obviously all the guitar playing, see that. And so, and then who writes the stuff again?
Everyone.
Everybody, okay. So, again, the reason I really like to hear that is, it doesn't matter if it's your genre or not, but you can hear sonically what you can get done if you just focus on it and map it out. Anybody got anything else to say other than what's epic? Donnie, yes. Yes.
How do you record the drums? Because I know it doesn't have as much ends to do a whole drum set.
Which inbox do you guys use? The Pro?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's only got the 2 inputs, but we did it through a mixer, did all the pre's before tracking it, and just did the 2-track out.
Just all ears. And that's, that's the way we used to do things. You didn't have like all the mixer inputs to do all that stuff. You just kind of like said, roll tape. You get your sound, set it up, and you just go. So it's a little tough thing. But how many tracks would you say you guys ended up with on like in that particular session? Did you max out Pro Tools? Or did you get another computer?
Yeah, it was like 60 something.
60?
Yeah, because 3 guitar tracks for each pan.
Because you need that.
Yeah. And I came up on Queen, so I got to do all the vocal layering.
How many vocal tracks?
About 12. It was Ryan's fault.
I'm just.
I would record the line and say, okay, do that again.
Because when they do it live, they sound like one guitar and one person. It's excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, so next up, we begin the sound design portion of this showcase. So we're going to start with Miss Dallas explaining why she picked the trailer she picked and why she put the music and sound design in it the way that she did it in it. And then, can I get some control on the lights so we can watch this, please? Come talk. You gotta come talk. You gotta come talk. Before the lights go off, let us talk. Hi.
So I picked the watching trailer because for our sound design project, we had to pick our own video, take audio out, and add everything back in, our own. I picked the watching because it had the least speaking, had the least talking. So if I take it out, it doesn't, people mouthing. It's nothing. So I love action movies. It's my favorite. So I picked the watching because it's excellent. I worked hard on this and some. Hope you like it.
Yeah, that's okay.
Very nice, very nice. What do y'all think? It's hot. Self-feeling. So Laura, something about the guitars in there. Yeah. I'm listening. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Laura's played the guitar part you heard. Yeah, I like that. See that? Okay, so that's just the beginning of the sound design thing. So, sound design, the fun class to take, even though nobody listens to anything I say. Even though it's a fun class, you do it. It's the last class of creativity. I'm messing Alex up here. So, it's good light over here. You know, it's not good. All right, you go over here. Go to my sachet spot. Okay. So the sound design class, it's the last class in our program that is really, well, it's actually the first class of kind of understanding what it's like working in the field, where the director gives you instruction, what they're looking for, and you have to create this material from scratch, okay? So 251, sequencing is the last creative, I got beats class, you know, that I gotta like listen to everybody's hotness for 15 weeks. But sound design is one of my favorites because now you are really thinking about what you're looking at and trying to find the right sound, the right dialogue, the right music to go with that. All right. So who do we have up next? Who's up next? Oh. Okay. So this is good. Get over here. What are you guys doing? So I like this project because the two of them did this together, and I don't remember having anybody do that before. So explain. It'll be good.
Sure. You go. I'm back. This was one of Travis's sound design final projects from like 3 semesters ago. And he was like really like a little unsatisfied with it because, you know, he was under time constraints and all that. And
you want to be honest, I can say it now because I passed the class. I did it in like 2 hours.
But also, it's a really ambitious project because if any of you have taken sound design already, you know it's animation, which means there's 0 sound in there already. It's not like a film clip where there's ambient noise or dialogue you can work with. You have to put in all the sounds yourself. And also, it's Japanese. Their sound design is just over the top because it reflects the characters who are often over the top. Like that. And so I, went back with Travis and said, let's try and make this better, specifically for the showcase, just for something to do. And it was fun, and we got it done. And do you have anything to say?
I guess I could explain the workflow. Like basically, with this video, I honestly feel like he did the hardest part because, like he said, and I know you said this in class before, so you can't say I don't listen. The hardest part in doing sound for animation is actually recording the sounds, like John just said, because basically you don't have anything to work with. Like you have to use your imagination to come up with the sounds. Like if you took, I'm gonna bring out another example from your class, so you can say I don't listen to you. Like Transformers. What does a transformer sound like? It's all imagination, people figuring it out. So his job was recording the sounds. And my job was composition and arranging the sounds, syncing it up. Yeah.
So it's totally split. And here it is.
Okay, so again, very minimal music, but you definitely get the effect that was going on there. So they submitted this, but I had to say, I said, all right, do this again because the rain wasn't enough to be realistic for me. But they did an excellent job of doing that. And this is what it's like when you're doing animation cartoons. You got to supply everything. When you're doing actual, films and stuff, they'll take some of the actual what we call on-camera dialogue. They'll take some of that. Okay, so since Loris asked the question, okay, so who's coughing?
Who's getting punched in the face?
Who's getting punched in the face?
No,
how did you do the punch sound? What did you do to make the punch sound?
Originally, I just got a punching bag and thought this is going to sound great, but then hearing it back, it just sounded like light taps. So I had to layer stuff in, like a belt cracking, paper crunching, and that's what you're hearing, just a layer of stuff.
Okay. It's very complex stuff. So we call it the reverb kick, right? And people heard it. That's just for an effect, right? To show how powerful that kick, because afterwards, you're staggering, things like that. And so the whole thing, the one thing that they did catch in there, which is really good, was the idea of perspective. So as you're pulling back from the scene where you think he's going to shoot him, everything becomes less audible, right? It sounds like you're walking away from the scene. And those things, because that's how life is, and that's perspective, okay? Other comments about what you just saw?
I think the cigarette thing was just awesome.
I totally don't do that.
You like the cigarette?
Don't judge me for this kind of thing, man.
I think the heartbeat was a good effect. Definitely added that
Yeah.
much needed suspense. That was
Okay. Yes, there was a heartbeat. Okay. Okay, Stephanos? Stephanos. Okay, come forward. Poor rapper, you don't hear much. Okay, so Stephanos, you want to talk about your sound design piece? Okay, this is fun.
This time was a fantastic.
Fun.
So basically, what you guys gonna see, I don't know if anybody saw the movie Lords of Dogtown. And basically all the sounds you're gonna hear, I recorded them, and most of them was just in my house, in the backyard. Only one sound I had to make a cheap to actually record it. And I mean, I spent like almost 3 days straight on.
Not 2 hours though, right?
After like 3 days, I got maybe around like 60 to 70 sounds. I guess the hardest part was put them together, and I didn't even make like changes to the sound. It was only like when I recorded them. So you're gonna feel like most of the sounds they just stick out. But that was part of the, I guess, of the plan to like, I want to hear the sounds, for the movie. And yes, and the only thing I didn't record is a Jimi Hendrix song that is playing, and it's also the same in the movie. I just changed the version for it. That's the only one that I didn't record, but all the sounds you can hear is basically recorded.
Hey. So the difference with that particular scene is that this is an opening credit scene. So in opening credit scenes, that's what you get. You always pick the music, the titles, who's doing what. And it's a combination of the music and sound design in most cases. One person had done in that same class, Angela had done Lords of War, I believe. But the whole opening sequence is about bullets being made, how bullets are manufactured. But there's always music in there, okay? So again, that other job that we don't really talk about too much in this program, but that other real job is music supervisor, because you heard him say he just changed the song that he wanted to have in. And that's what a music supervisor's job is to pick the right type of music or existing song for the right scene that you see on the screen. So he did like 2 jobs in one there, okay? Questions, comments about that, what we just saw? The falling skateboard guy. Yeah.
I like how the sound design was transparent, like it wasn't obvious. It looked like it could have been in the movie, like not just someone adding sound effects to it. It was like really well done.
And that's what we're doing. You know, sound design, exactly. Sound design in theater is very different. It's very intentional. It's very purposeful. It's really there for you to react to. Whereas in movies, it wants to mostly be transparent so that it feels like a real thing happening. Just as much as you're looking at an actor act and you believe their character, that the sound design has to be transparent as well. You have to believe that he knocked over a bottle, and that's what it sounded like. Okay? Other comments? All right! We're down to the last one there? Okay, so, Amber, you got yes. Come on, submit. Let's go. Yes. It's going to feel like 2 words in one word. That's what it does.
This project was last semester project. How much of that was his sound design?
What you're asking is right there.
Was all the sound you, or did you leave some in?
It was gonna take forever if I actually recorded every single sound. There was a lot of sounds I recorded actually also in my backyard and everything, but there was like screeching sounds, like the tire screeching. I can't record everything. Like, I don't have the equipment to do it. I just had to get samples.
So here's the background of this submission. So Amber comes up to me one day, because I'm teasing him like I always do, and he brings out that ridiculous iPad thing that I love so much. Okay? And I'm like, what? No, I want to show you something. Why do you always tease me? I said, all right, what? You know? And so it starts. I put the headphones on, and I lost it. I'm not even going to front. I lost it. I said, you did all this? Like, yeah. And then he looks at me and goes, this is your fault. This is your fault. You made me this way. Like, okay. And then I had my colleague, Professor Anderson, said, you have to hear this. And in his very, you know how exciting he gets, he goes, that's pretty cool. So that was my validation that was just like an incredible project. But But is there anything in there from the original thing? From the original movie, from the original scene, right?
There's nothing.
Nothing. That's kind of like what he was really kind of asking.
It was totally muted. I had to make
Everything.
the ground up.
Okay? And and anybody who's had me for sound design will tell you, the one movie you cannot do is Transformers. I know every sound in that movie. It's just one of those movies for me, okay? I know everything that goes on. I know the whole dialect, so you're going to get it wrong. And then he did that. I was like, oh. I guess I don't know. As you can see, that scene is insane. And that's just like an eighth of that entire scene. So it's just way too much going on. How long did it take you? A week, okay? For that little scene that pre-exists. So there's no dialogue, because we all know the dialogue, because it says, prime, he says all that. So he says all that. Just share it. Anyway, it's a nice costume. What are you talking? So you gotta understand how this movie, a movie like this, the big budget, there's probably like 5 or 6 people on the sound design team. What I like about what Travis and John did was like one guy was doing the sound design, like Travis would be more like the cue editor, like the person who says, okay, I want to put this here, I want to put this here. And so what you saw today, this whole showcase, it's just what everybody's doing. Like I said, inside the school, outside the school, on their own time, or just refining their skills, which is what Travis done and what Loris was doing, just really refining skills and stuff like that and presenting. So for those of you who are ME majors and you see this now, I hope that you get a little bit inspired and you'll want to be up here on the next time we do this, okay? This is great. This is really for you guys. It's not for me. It's my day off, okay? It's for you guys. So, we agree this was fun today? We have a good time? Thank you, everybody. Rodney, you have fun? Did you have fun, Rodney?
Why you had to pick on me? I'm to relax.
Okay, good. Thank you, everybody. That was great. Thank you.